Hey guys, in this video we are going to talk about multiplication of continuous time signals. Here we have two continuous time signals and we are going to do the multiplication. The equation is going to be x3 of t is equal to x1 of t times x2 of t. We are going to do the multiplication for each intervals, like we are going to pick each intervals and then we are going to do the multiplication. After we find out the values, then we plug it in this new graph. Okay, now let's start from here, 1 to 2. So 1, t is greater than 1, right, and less than or equal to 2. Less than or equal to 2. At the time we have x1 of t that is equal to -1. So x1 of t is equal to -1, and at the time x2 of t that is equal to 2, right? So this is 2. x2 of t is equal to 2, and if we multiply these two together, that's going to give us the x3 of t that's equal to -2. Okay, so this is our first value. Now let's look at the next interval, that is 0 to 1. So we can say t is greater than 0 and less than or equal to 1. In that interval we have x1 of t that is equivalent to 2. So x1 of t is equal to 2, and then x2 of t that's equal to 1, right? So this is equal to 1, and if we multiply these two, that's going to give us x3 of t that's equal to 2. And let's look at the next interval, that is -1 to 0. So -1 to 0. In this interval x1 of t is equal to 2 and x2 of t is equal to -1. Therefore x3 of t is going to be multiplication of these two, that's going to give us -2. Let's look at the next interval, that is -1. We look at -1 to 0. The next one is -1 to -2. So here we are going to have t is greater than -2, less than or equal to -1, and then in that interval we have x1 of t that is equal to 1. x1 of t is equal to 1, and then x2 of t we are looking at -2 to -1, that is equal to -1. So this is equal to -1. If we multiply these two together, that's going to give us x3 of t that's equal to -1. And let's look at the next one. The next one we have is -3 to -2. So we can say t is less than or greater than or equal to t, actually it's -3, and less than or equal to -2. In this interval we have x1 of t that is equal to 0, and x3 of t is going to be 0 because it doesn't matter what value we have for x2 of t. If we multiply 0 by anything, that's going to give us 0. So this is 0, and also less than or equal to -3. At that time also x1 of t is equal to 0, and therefore x3 of t is equal to 0. Now we can go ahead and plot our graph. 1 to 2 we have -2. So in the 1 to 2 interval we have -2, let's say this is -2. So we are going to have a line like this here, 1 to 2, right? The next one is 0 to 1, we have 2. So 0 to 1 we have 2 right here, and then -1 to 0 we have -2. -1 to 0 we have -2, and then we have -2 to -1 we have -1. -2 to -1 we have -1, and -3 to -2 we have 0. -3 to -2 that we have 0, and -3 is just a point, right? So this is going to be our graph. Oh, I shouldn't write this one. Okay, let's connect this one here and here and then here and then here, and that's it. And that is our multiplication graph of continuous time signals. I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.